In the month before the gathering, the wall weeps blood. We stand in its shadow, Lux and I, as the day turns to windswept dusk. The wall is built of bones and magic, held together by a spell that wanes throughout the year. Moon by moon, it turns more fragile, and these nights, the bloodied nights where the magic of the wall is like an unravelling thread, are when the vespertine come. It's early storm season, and the days are still long enough that there's light to see by as I check Lux's armour, running my chipped polish fingers from buckle to buckle. She's dressed the same as all the wardens, the same as me. A white linen dress with collar and sleeves buttoned close, a leather belt with a strand of bone shards clipped to one side, a sickle-curved knife sheathed on the other. Out beyond the wall, the moorland is hazed by a dimming sunset. The holy wards, stuck in the earth at regular intervals, look like the sharp-pointed wrought-iron fence that encircles our chapel yard. Lux raises her arms obediently as I tighten the straps that hold her armour in place. We've worked as a team since she joined the wardens when we were both children. She's my best friend, my only friend, and the movements between us have been repeated so often that now our preparations feel like a ritual. Lux standing straight-backed, her hazel-grey eyes focused on the slice of moorland visible through the barred gateway. Me with my head bowed like a penitent as I carefully check each knot and stitch. This armour is a new creation, one I've just finished. Wolf spine braces, each vertebra sharpened to a brutal point, and a ribcage strengthened at the joints with silver chain. Tonight, if we encounter a vespertine, it'll be the first time the armour has been tested, and that makes me nervous. I fasten and refasten the buckles 3 times over. Then Lux huffs a sigh between her black-painted lips and shifts her weight from one foot to the other. "We're good, Everline. Stop worrying." I scrunch my hands into my pale skirts to still my restlessness. My own armour and weaponry are a modified version of what the other wardens wear. Twin knives, no shards, none of the carefully sewn pockets to hold chips of bone or vials of honey required for casting magic. It takes no time at all to check the clasp on my belt and straighten the strands of bone and chain lariat that drape from my collar to my waist, clinking against the ribcage bodice fastened over my linen dress. Lux gathers up her hair and begins to braid it back, tying the ends with 2 white ribbons. Both of us share similar colouring, olive skin and treacle dark hair, but there's a glow to her I've always coveted. Her hair is shot with strands of umber that catch the sunlight, and her cheeks have a petalled flush that intensifies when she's pleased or angry. Finished with her braids, Lux takes another ribbon from her pocket and motions for me to turn. I turn. She combs her fingers through the length of my hair, then starts to weave it into a braid. Facing away from the moorland, I look toward the enclave. I can see the chapel with its iron fence and real glass windows. The entrance to the catacombs is beside it, framed by the citrus trees that pass for our orchard. A few orange fruits still persist on the highest branches. "There," Lux says. "All done." She winds the braid up into her hand, holding it away from my neck. She traces a zigzag pattern over the freckles that mark my nape in a constellated pattern. The last step in our familiar routine. A sound echoes across the yard, footsteps crushed over the gravelled path. Lux lets go of my hair. My stomach sinks at the sight of Briar Linden, my half-sister, walking towards us with an unhurried stride. She's a year my elder, and we look nothing alike. She's clear-eyed and fair, the same as our father, their features so similar that no one would ever doubt she belongs to him. She even wears her armour the same way he does, with her white linen sleeves pulled down beneath wristlets of bone and a single polished clavicle hooked on her shoulder as a pauldron. Neither was made by me.